Good morning and welcome to our sunrise stretch. Today we are going to need a mat. Bare feet is preferred, but you can certainly do this in sneakers if that's more comfortable for you. I am going to put up our disclaimer. If you just take a moment to read that, I will share my screen. Just take a moment to read through. Okay, so let's begin by standing on our mats, our feet firm to the floor, just taking a moment to breathe, filling the belly with air, bend the lungs from the bottom to the top. Finally, the chest rises. And then let the breath go, but hold on to our posture, nice and tall. Another deep breath. And let it go. Adding some arm movement to that breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms into our heart. Inhaling up. Exhaling into our heart. One more deep breath here. And this time, let's inhale up, adding in a torso rotation, opening the arms to give a little twist to one side. Exhaling. Inhaling back up to center, opening the arms and exhaling to the other side. Moving back and forth, allowing our movements to follow our breath, so that if your breath pace does not match mine, that is quite all right. One more breath to each side. Inhaling up. Let's exhale to a lateral flexion. One arm reaches up, the other down, holding the pose, reaching the arm up, pressing down with that same foot. So we get a nice stretch all through the side body. Breathing deep. Inhaling back up to center, exhaling to the other side. Holding the pose, breathing deep. Feeling the rib cage expand out to the side. Inhaling up. This time, exhaling to a chair pose. So reaching back with the tailbone. Arms can either be out or at the thighs. So we want to reach way back, trying to keep the spine long. This does not have to be deep. If we have any knee issues and want to keep it very shallow, we can certainly do that. And moving this into a flow so that we inhale up, exhale as we sink back into our chair. Inhaling up, exhale, sinking back. Now, if our knees are feeling a bit sensitive today, we can simply just do the arms and not bend the knees as an option. Deep breaths, waking everything up. Inhaling up, exhaling, arms down to our sides, standing nice and tall. And let's step out wide on our mat so that our toes are angled out toward the corners. Inhaling the arms up overhead, exhaling as we bend elbows and knees, our moonflowers. Inhale up and exhale, sink. So as the chair pose reached back, our moonflowers, we reach straight down. Imagine sliding our back up and down on a wall. So we're keeping everything tucked straight down. Again, if our knees are feeling sensitive and we just want to do the arms, that's an option. Deep breaths, inhale up and down. Getting some heat building, blood circulating, air circulating, muscles warming. Two more deep breaths. And hold that exhale pose. And releasing, letting the arms come down, legs straighten. We can walk the feet in a little bit. Moving to our arms just a bit. Shoulder rolls, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back. Up and back. Nice big shoulder rolls. Excellent. Let's taking one hand to our shoulder, other hand grabbing that elbow, gently pulling back as far as we can. If this is as far as we get, that's certainly fine. As far as you get where you're going to feel the stretch in the back of your arm. Everyone's at a different flexibility rate, and that's quite all right. Breathing deep, working with what we have today, and releasing that arm down. Other hand comes to the shoulder, opposite hand grabbing the elbow. Again, gently bringing it back as far as you feel comfortable. Once you feel that stretch, breathe into the stretch. And releasing down. Excellent. Let's take the wide stance once again. This time we're going to turn toes out and the knee out on one leg, bending that leg so that our knee is in line with the ankle. Our back leg is straight, toes still facing the front, arms reaching out. This is our warrior two pose. You can take this stance as wide or narrow as you feel comfortable, but we want to keep our hips open, chest and shoulders open. Making sure that that knee is bent, working that front leg. Deep breaths. And then as we inhale, lifting that front arm up. As we lift the front arm, the back arm can rest down the leg or hand to the hip, but keeping that front leg bent, working it, feeling the muscles engage, feeling the stretch through the side body. Breathing deep. And exhaling, coming to our side angle. So either the hand to the thigh or the forearm to the thigh. Back arm lifts overhead. We're going to do some shoulder rotations here. Exhaling as we lower the arm in front of the body. Inhaling as it comes back up. Getting a little bit of energy into our shoulder joint, working that mobility. Exhale down in front. Inhale up. Switching our directions. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more. And then rising up, let's switch our legs. Now the other leg, the toes are out, knees out, bending the knee in line with the ankle, hips open, chest and shoulders open, arms open. Nice warrior two. Reaching out through the fingertips. Checking in with that knee. Feeling the muscles engage on that leg. Inhaling the front arm up. Back arm can rest down the leg or hand to the hip, whichever feels more comfortable for you today. Breathing into the side body, feeling that stretch. Deep breath. Reaching up to the sky. And on our next exhale, lowering the hand to the thigh, back arm overhead, or forearm to the thigh, back arm overhead. Working on that mobility. Exhaling as we lower the arm in front of the face. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. One more. Exhale. And inhale. Reversing our direction. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Rising up. Excellent. Turning to the other side again. This time, both feet are facing the same direction. Knees, hips, chest, and shoulders all facing the side. Ball of the foot presses to the earth. Front knee is bent. And then let's gently press that heel down toward the earth as far as it feels comfortable. It does not have to reach the floor. It may not. That's okay. Taking the hands, clasping them, turning them inside out, pushing away with our hands as we push down with our heel. Breathing deep. Breath helps us to keep our balance as well. Excellent. Lifting the hands up overhead, we're going to come to center. Pressing the palms up. Reaching up to the sky. Leaning to one side. Inhaling up. Leaning over to the other side. Coming back up to center, releasing the hands, turning the feet to face the other way. Both toes, legs, hips, chest, shoulders. Getting a nice bend in the front knee, ball of the foot to the earth. Gently lowering that heel, pressing it back. Taking the hands now behind the back to clasp and lifting up. If you can't reach your hands, that's quite all right. Just reach back, imagining holding a giant ball, one of those big exercise balls. Imagine holding that there as you reach back. Either is fine. Deep breaths. Feeling the stretch up the back of the leg, stretch through the chest. And let's leave the arms where they are, but come out of our legs and turn forward. And again, our arms could just be reaching back. From here, give a little cushion in our knees, just a slight little micro bend, and hinge at the hips so that we have a nice long spine. Again, our hands can be clasped or not. If we don't want to reach those arms back, we can release and bring our hands to our thighs. Trying to get a nice tabletop position so that our back is flat. So if we find that we're going deeper and our back starts to round, let's bring our shoulder blades back toward each other and just lift out a little bit. Feeling the stretch up through the back of the legs into the glutes and low back. From here, inhaling as we come up. Nice. Bringing the feet back toward each other. I'm going to show you side view. Taking one leg back with the foot flat, we're going to sit our weight back on that foot, bending the knee, flexing our other foot. Hands come to the thigh. We reach those toes up, get a nice stretch up the back of the legs. Breathing deep. And then coming up, we can use a wall for balance. Just hold our hand out for balance or on our head or on our nose. Reaching back to grab our ankle. To gently pull the heel into our glutes. Now, if we can't reach the ankle, pants will do. And we can pull from here. If we have a strap, we can do that. If we have a stable chair that we can put our foot on, we can do that as well. We can also simply just tuck those toes under and give a gentle press forward with our hips. Any of those options will work. Breathing deep, feeling the stretch through the front of our leg, our quadriceps. Releasing down and switching our sides. So now we're sitting back on the other leg, reaching back, kind of like that chair pose, reaching back with the tailbone, keeping the foot flexed, hands to the thigh, nice hamstring stretch. Feeling it up the back of the legs. Breathing deep. Oftentimes when we're stretching, we tend to hold our breath, but it's the movement of that breath that helps improve that flexibility, really works with the stretch. Releasing, let's come up, and same thing. Grabbing the ankle, the pants, placing the foot on a stable surface, or to the floor and just reaching the hips forward. Hand can be to the wall, out to the side, on the top of our head, on our nose. Keeping your focus on one fixed spot, something that doesn't move, is also helpful. But keeping that spot up where your eyes are. Breathing deep. And again, that breath, deep breaths in and out, really do help with our balance. Excellent. Let's release. Take it out just a little bit. Now let's come down onto our mat so that we're on our hands and knees. Getting there however we feel comfortable. Lining up our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Pressing back one leg so that the ball of the foot presses into the earth. Toes spread. If we can spread our toes as wide as we can, really get that stretch through the foot. We often pass over our feet for stretching, and they carry us around all day. We give them a little love this morning. And switching our sides, pressing the ball of the foot to the earth, spreading the toes as best we can. Breathing deep. Feeling all of those tiny muscles in the bottom of our feet lengthen out. And from here, we're going to move into our child's pose. So lowering the knees, both knees down, and then sitting back on our heels as best we can. Few arm variations. We can either stretch the arms out as our forehead reaches toward the mat. We can fold our hands to make a pillow for our forehead. We can also stack our fists and rest our forehead there. And we may not reach our heels, and that's okay. Fine. As long as we're reaching back with that, finding the length in the spine. Deviate from the discs in our back. Get compressed from walking around and just being upright with gravity. Of that pressure. Also a very grounding pose. You've got a lot of feelings of anxiety and stress. A child's pose and breathing deep. Another option is to take the knees out wide so that more of your body can reach through toward the mat. Options here for a child's pose. Nice deep breath. Whatever version we are in, slowly bring our bodies upright, out, and coming to a comfortable seat, whether that's on your mat, on a chair, nice and tall, long with the spine. Inhale the arms up overhead. You can also do this standing if you feel more comfortable there. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. One more nice deep breath. Thank you for joining me. Go in peace, love, and gratitude.